I'd like to welcome you back to our second episode of Sunbright Spotlight. We're entering week 2 of our football season, and we have some other special guests with us today, and I'll let them introduce themselves.
Aislinn Whitaker, cheer captain.
What grade are you in, Aislinn?
Oh, I'm a junior.
Okay.
Mason Robbins, 8th grade, and quarterback.
Eric DeMarco, senior, multi-position football.
All right, well, we're glad to have you guys on our episode today. So last week, high school had a tough loss against Lookout Valley. 14-12 was the final score there. Our middle school beat Oakdale 24-0. So our first question really is just, talk about that game, talk about the team's performance and y'all's individual performance. Eric, we'll let you go first.
I think we did good as a team. We missed a couple key plays, but other than that, I think we did pretty good. I think we could have made a couple different passes, but other than that, I think we did good.
Sweet.
We played good on defense, but our offense was just sloppy, and we just didn't execute really good. But we still played good, all of us.
Sweet. So y'all working on that this week in practice, just figuring out things on offense? Yeah. Good.
So, speaking of the high school game, we had a tough loss. We had a close game. But for the most part, the atmosphere at the high school game Friday was just so much better than, maybe some previous games we've had in the past.
Right.
I thought we had a great atmosphere. So describe how the atmosphere feels on Friday night for football players, cheerleading, and then Thursday night for you guys. What's it like for a Thursday night, Friday night football game? What's it like at the atmosphere? How would you describe it?
It was actually really electric. For being a smaller school, I was surprised. It was actually really loud. I think it could, the cheering Friday probably could have competed with some of the 5A schools that I've gone to.
Sweet.
Mason?
It was the best it's ever been, for us at least. There's a lot of people that showed up, and it was just all good.
And that was a road game too for Sunbright Middle School.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking a home game is going to be just as much as the high school was.
Yeah.
What would you say, Aislinn? What's it like cheering under the Friday night lights?
It's a feeling that I've never felt before. It's really fun. It's really great to get down there. The nerves are crazy, but we pushed through. We brought back our halftime dances.
Sweet.
And it's been really great to see everybody grow over the summer.
Good. Yeah, it definitely looks like y'all have been putting in a lot of work too. When I'm watching football practice and y'all practice, it looks like everybody's kind of jobbing, so that's good to see. All right, let's talk about this week. So Thursday, middle school plays. Friday, our high school plays. Who are the opponents for this week, and how are we preparing for the game?
We played Coalfield. We're just going through their defense and learning, because we got a little bit of film off of them, I guess, and just learning their defense and what plays that we're going to use against them. So.
We've been working on our special teams more. So for once we make a touchdown, our field goals and stuff like that, and then we're working on a couple more pass plays and just really getting our offense up.
Yeah, and if I remember correctly, last year we had another close game against Pickett County here at home, and then this year y'all are going to Pickett County to play.
Yeah.
So really excited for that game. What are y'all thinking? Chances? Y'all like your chances? Y'all putting the work in this week? Gonna have a good chance to win Friday?
Yeah, I haven't been here much, but the team they seem really determined to win.
Good. Middle school wise, me and Mason were talking just before we started the podcast, and maybe Coach, when was the last time Sunbright Middle School beat Coalfield Middle School?
I don't know.
It's been a while.
The last 2 years y'all lost, but the year before that y'all won.
Okay, so it's been a few years. All right, sweet. So what do you think, Mason? What do you think?
I think we got a pretty good chance to, as long as we do what we're supposed to and do everything right.
Good.
Just gotta.
What about you, Aislinn? How are you preparing for the game?
We're trying to keep everybody's nerves down. We definitely noticed that everybody was really, really nervous on Friday, and it was throwing some people off, but we got back into it, so hopefully we can take it a little bit easier and keep the nerves that way.
Awesome.
So, on a personal level, it's Thursday for you, it's Friday for you too. Okay. What are you thinking? Thursday's game, Friday's game. How can we ensure? What can you do personally that would ensure the success of your team? That possibly should hopefully lead into a win, but just the overall success of the team. What do you think you could do personally to contribute to that?
I think on offense, when I'm running back, I think I can put a little bit higher into gear, I guess. And then on defense, I think I could, especially when I'm like blitzing, get in there a little quicker. And then on kickoff, try and get them as far back as I can.
Mason?
On offense, just gotta make sure we do everything right, and I just gotta know the plays and just make sure I'm on passing and stuff.
In your arm loose?
Yeah. And defense, just making sure that I contain what I'm supposed to. Just know everything.
As like a leadership standpoint, what do you think are some important things to be kind of like a leader to y'all's teams? Go ahead, Eric. Go ahead, Eric.
I'll probably say just try and keep the morale up as much as you can, keep their heads high, and try and just keep the ball moving.
What about you, Aislinn? Leadership.
I just gotta keep the nerves down. If I show everybody else that I'm nervous, then they're gonna get nervous too. So
Right.
we have to
Okay.
keep it.
Being a good example.
Keep it easy.
Yeah.
Those are good answers, Mason. You taking that in? No, that's how we're going to be Thursday. All right, so we appreciate y'all coming on and talking about football and cheerleading and things like that. But we always want to ask our guests a silly question, kind of a fun question. So we'll start with Aislinn. So who on your team is most likely to go viral, whether that's TikTok, Instagram, or whatever? Who's most likely to go viral, and why are they going viral? What are they doing for that viral moment?
I would say Emily Piles because she's a really good flyer, but every time she falls, she has the tendency to say, "Oh shoot!" So we've kind of made a joke out of it. I think people would find that pretty funny.
Like a fail video?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I know I like fail videos. Mason, what would you say?
Probably Bentley Pierce. He's always doing something dumb and just being funny.
I can agree with that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that answer.
I don't know. There's a lot of we've had a lot of funny moments on the team, but I don't know about I would say student wise, I would probably have to say Bryson Lane or Coach Hamby. Not even lying. Coach Hamby, yeah, Coach Hamby. He says he's always, sometimes he's real strict, but most of the time he's especially on the field, he's always lightening the mood and stuff.
Yeah.
But some of the stuff he says is real funny.
So he could be like one of those mic'd up moments, like you see the NFL coaches and stuff.
Yeah.
They're mic'd up for the
Yeah,
game.
or but yeah, no, Bryson Lane too. He's always funny. He's being really really electric and stuff, and he's always keeping it up too.
Sweet. Well, we appreciate you guys coming on. Hope our viewers enjoy episode 2 and come out and support the Tigers.
We've got head football coach Brad Stevens of our high school team, and then Coach Profit. Go ahead and introduce yourself. New to the show tonight.
Head coach of the middle school and helping the varsity on Friday nights.
So thank you guys for coming. So week 2 of the season. Just first question, and we can just take turns answering here. Coach Stevens, we'll start with you. How do you feel about last week's games? What's your overall feeling?
Well, I have mixed emotions. Proud of our kids for competing, but I felt like the better team lost. I felt like we had opportunities to win, and right now we just don't understand what it takes to win. Whether it's running the wrong play, dropping big passes, overrunning our cutbacks, just different things that go. It's one or two plays. They go a different direction. It could be a different result. So I hate that we didn't get it done, but I'm also proud of our team. I think that we went back and researched, and it was 1,064 days since Sunbright had competed within 2 scores in a game. It went back to 2022 against Jellicoe since they've last, really competed. So I'm proud of our kids, but we should have won Friday, and we just let it get away from us.
Coach Prophet,
What's the question again?
how do you feel about last week's games?
Well, started out like game busters, and our execution was horrible. I mean, we should have took care of business, and we didn't. We tried to clean some stuff up. I didn't have the kids in spring ball, and as you know, I got in here late. We're still really installing.
Yeah.
And by the end of the year, I wasn't going to play this team because we're going to be good. But we have no depth. Right now, I have 3 defensive backs out, and we're going to Cofield, and me and Sean's good friends, and that's going to be, I'm going to throw the kitchen sink at them, but that's probably will be for the district championship because I expect to beat Midway.
What's some differences and improvements you guys would like to see this week, Coach Stevens?
Man, some differences that I'd like to see is just in attention to detail, being attentive to the small things in practice, taking everything more serious. I want us to have fun, but I want us to start acting like young men instead of young boys. And so really the biggest difference I want to see is just us to continue to grow and develop our culture into winners. That's what every coach on our staff was talking about at the end of practice today. We have, kids that still cut up, goof off, and we want you to have fun, but winning's fun.
Right.
So we want to, understand when to flip that switch and have a business-like attitude and mindset when it's time to be businesslike. And then when it's time to have fun, we'll all high-five each other and have a great time while celebrating the victories as we go. But right now, we're just not there. We need to just learn how to take things more serious and learn to, approach every situation more like a leader than what we have been. So,
Coach Prophet, what's some differences and improvements you'd like to see this week with your team?
Well, I'd like to see more people get around the ball on defense, even though we did have a shutout. I like unless they're running off in coverage, if they're 5 yards away from the ball, they're loafing. So execution on offense is key. I mean, if we execute, we probably mercy roll that team. And the fact of the deal is that their high school varsity staff sent Cofield that game tape, and that don't sit right with me. So they're coming up here, and I was nice and took a knee and went in the victory formation and could have put another one on them. But I'm not about beating down kids. I'm about coaches that stab other coaches in the back.
Right.
But if we execute, we are a very good football team.
And then something I forgot to mention, the scores from the games. I guess we can update our fans there.
Yeah.
What was the final score of our high school game last week?
it was 14-12.
And then
24-0.
and then our high school team, of course, they played Lookout Valley, and our middle school team played Oakdale last week. So I forgot to mention that, but I figured I'd mention that real quick. So what's the biggest key to victory, you think, this week for your upcoming game?
11 together football. It takes 11 hats, both sides of the ball, going crazy, getting after it, understanding that every person on the field has their own job, trusting everyone else on the field to do theirs, you do yours, and then just fly around, have fun, support each other. Like Coach said, rally to the ball. If we're making solo tackles all night on defense, we're not going to be a good defense. We make game tackles, we'll be there. And I felt like we did that, done a great job last week in that, actually getting to the ball. Overran, the ball a few times, but our kids are flying, giving great effort. And then offensively, just being all 11 engaged throughout the entire play call. Coach Drake Nicholas said today, it's not just the big picture of what is your job. It is breaking down internally, how do I need to, attack doing that job? Do I step with my right foot, get my hand right, act right? All those little things. So just 11 together football. If we do that, I think we'll be all right.
Coach?
I think the game's going to be one on level one, O and D line. We get the push, they or get the push because we put in some stuff. We got a phenomenal quarterback, and we put in some stuff that I picked up from Coach Pemberton at Campbell County, and our tackles are going to have to fan block, and that's new to them. But if he has time to throw, he's lethal. It'll be one up front.
Yeah.
It's blocking and tackling. It's O and D line. That's what wins football games.
And I'm not a football coach, but lots of football coaches I've always heard from say games are won at the line of scrimmage. I hear that all the time.
Oh, they are. And I tell my kids, I said, a running back ain't running nowhere if they ain't no blocking.
Yeah, right.
And D line, if you're getting pushed back in the linebackers, they're falling forward and running it down your throat.
Yep.
So it'd be one up front.
Yes, sir. So, Coach, how was this week's practice so far? What's the preparation looking like so far?
Man, it's not been bad. It has not been bad. Again, our kids are still learning how to do things the right way. And our coaching staff, we've all coached for a long time for the most part. Not all coached together for a long time. Some of us have. But we're all still trying to figure out how to gel things together and what works for us and, the direction we're wanting to go. So it's not been a bad week. We've slowed it down. We've really taken and put a focus on the teaching aspect of what we're doing wrong and what we need to do to fix it. I like the tempo in which we've been practicing. Now our minds, again, we need to focus in a little bit more sometimes. There's times that we want you to have fun, but again, you want to have fun, win. So that's where we're at. I feel like we've had a decent week, but it can improve, and it will. The more we do it, we just don't know how to practice like a winning team because right now we've not been that.
Right.
We're trying to change that. Yeah. So it's been okay.
Coach Prophet, how's your practices been this week so far?
Well, like I said, we worked on our execution, on our alignment and assignments and our motion. Our wingbacks have to get their motion rules right. We go unbalanced a lot, but right now it's all three phases of the game. Yesterday mostly was installing some new stuff that I'm going to give to him to put on my Q's wrist coach, and we'll rep it tomorrow on Coalfield's field. I don't care. But today was a defensive day because my captain, Nathan, on Mondays has to work in Olive Springs. So Tuesday I tried to rep what we didn't do well at Oakdale, and then I installed, and now I have to repeat it tomorrow and try to run it. If we execute, I think we're going to give them fits.
Yeah.
So they got a big tackle back there in the backfield. They run the inverted wishbone out of the gun, and they got one big, tall 6'2" receiver. They like to throw through. They'll try to pick on we're weak back there because Pepe's got his ankle rolled. He won't start, and I don't want to pull Mason out of the box because he's one of my better tacklers. But if I have to, I'll insert him, and especially if we are lucky enough to get up down there. Our special team game is special. We have 13 different fake punts, and they all work. And he's going to I don't even think he'll drop anybody deep.
Yeah.
He knows me too well.
He's played each other a few times over the years. He probably knows, doesn't he?
Yeah. I should have beat him in 23.
Yeah.
He was coaching with me.
So how many years have you and Coach Bassler went head-to-head now, you think?
Oh, since the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, since the 90s.
And I'd say you guys had some battles. Two of the real good coaches around this area.
Yeah, we have. We had some battles. They come up, and back in '09 when they had the Stewart kid, they only had one touchdown scored on them all year. And they just lined up in the wishbone and ran leads to his side. And he blocked down and cleared house, and the backs led. I mean, they had Tinker and that bunch. But Sean's a classy guy, and
Yeah.
they're well coached.
Yeah.
He's only got 20. I think we got 22, 23. I'd like to have a couple more to play sixth grade games because I don't like those kids just sitting out. But if we take care of business, I think we'll be fine. I think the little ones will get in early at Jellicoe. They're not real strong. They practice, they sweat, they need to play. So, but I'm looking forward to it. I was telling my kids, expect to win.
Yes, sir.
The culture around here is not going to be, you're not the bottom of the totem pole anymore.
Yeah.
You're getting coached, and you're getting coached hard. And so, but yeah, I think the strength of our team right now, I mean, we got a tremendous, and I told them, I mean, I've had undefeated seasons and everything else. I wouldn't trade our front seven right now for a lot of kids that I've coached that's won the gold ball.
Yeah.
That front seven's lethal. We're weak at level 3, especially with Pepe out. So, but I think we're getting Grayson back tomorrow, and that's going to help. So, but I'm excited. I think we got a shot. Nobody's giving us a shot. I think we got a shot to beat them.
Yeah. It's going to be a good game. I know Coach Basler, of course, I did work with him a lot, him being the athletic director out there and being athletic director here. And he's a real good guy. I always liked him, and he does a great job out there, has for many years. So one last question. We asked some of your players, or we asked Eric, I guess, and then Mason for you in our podcast we did with them. So we ask you guys the same question, but and you can say player or coach. All right, I'll let you say player or coach. So, Coach Stevens, who is most likely to go viral on your team, player or coach? What do you think?
Well, I don't know what these kids do these days, but I know that I have Coach King Gaming on staff here, so you can go look up his YouTube channel. I recommend you do that. Let's make it happen. He'll stick around regardless of how much money he makes on
Subscribe, like.
Gaming. So like and subscribe. His face is turning red, but that's what he gets for, recording these things. So make it happen. Make him go viral.
Coach Prophet, who's most likely?
It'd definitely be a player.
Yeah. Which one do you think?
Well, probably Ben.
Ben Hargett?
Yeah.
Any particular reason why, you think?
No, he's a quiet guy. He does his talking with his pads, but I don't know what they do at home either. I mean, all this Facebook and TikTok and all that, that's way over my head. So I don't really care about it. I said just do it with class and sportsmanship and don't badmouth anybody.
Yeah. Well, Coach, got anything else to add? The game's coming this week.
Just come out and support our kids. Like I said, last week, they deserve it. They're working hard, and hopefully we can get things rolling. Both high school, middle school, support these teams, support these young men, and they'll make you proud.